What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed. OG is back, man. You guys already know what time it is with this cat right here. I don't talk about it. I stay about it. Well, anyways, I'm going to cut straight to the chase today, okay? Mr. Renegade Media, he touched some people's buttons today. And one of them was Mr. Dubs and Mr. Gunner to a certain extent. You know, so I will start off my story with elaborating on that. You know, I'm going to tell it from what I seen, from my side, my point of view. Okay, but first and foremost, before I do go to move on into that, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, put your notification bell on all, and share this channel. Let's get it up to the 10,000 subscribers that I want to reach. That way I can start doing lives. You guys already know, I've told you in the past, and I'm going to tell you guys today, once I reach my goal mark, the 10,000, the lives, I will interact with everybody. I won't discriminate. I'm non-biased. I'm colorblind. I don't care what you identify yourself as. You come with respect. You get respect in return, people. Now, one last thing. Yes, this OG rambles on. This is a fitness channel. If you want to get started on getting results, shoot me a DM or email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. If you ain't sure of yourself, go to my Instagram. I just reviewed my Instagram. I think I almost got up to 18,000 subscribers on my Instagram now. Yeah, go check out my story. You know what I mean? I've been dropping content over there for over a couple years now. And I am a full-time online fitness coach. So if you want to get started in your fitness journey, you can leave me a DM over there. Message request me, but make sure you mention something about fitness. Okay, my Instagram is high_power_fitness, high_power_fitness_. Or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. And it is going to be mandatory to jump on a phone call because I need to go over your fitness goals with you. That way we could get you started on becoming that 10.5. And the reason why I say 10.5 is because right here at High Power Fitness, we don't settle for less, baby. That's how I got my name, High Power Fitness, because I take it to the next level. Always go beast. And like I said in the past, I'm going to tell you guys today as well. It's not how extreme you are in that gym. It's all about consistency with the dialed in nutrition. That's a very good tip of the day for you people. Start changing your eating pattern. Stay consistent with whatever exercises that you're doing. Burpees, jumping jacks, jump rope. Be consistent with it. Make adjustments to your nutrition. And I guarantee you'll start seeing some results, people. Like I said in the past, and I'm going to tell you guys today, it is not a puzzle. It is not hard to figure out. Well, anyways, people, hit the like and subscribe button, put your notification bell and all, share this channel. Let's do this. Now let's get straight to the story, man. I'm being attacked by a fly or something over here. I'm going to cut to the chase, people. Mr. Renegade Media, he puts out a lot of, there was something crawling on my back. He puts out a lot of content that can be very influential, but at the same time, he puts out a lot of content that has a lot of false narrative behind it. Where his resources are coming from, I could speculate. More than likely, I like to believe that they're from people that dropped out. And in order to drop out, you had to have dropped in. Okay, so you got to understand the definition to that, people. Okay, I'm not knocking this man for what he does, because at the end of the day, right here on social media, you could do whatever you want. You're not obligated to listen to the next content creator. If they don't like it, hey, do like what I've done in the past. I've told some of my subscribers not to send me content. Why? Because what I don't know doesn't hurt. Because I did get caught off guard one time and I played with my feelings and I came at an individual which was unprofessional of me. I came out of character and stooped to that level. Whether my subscriber was a troll, I didn't pay attention at that time. But I didn't like the way this individual tried to slander my name. And at the end, I was low-key reprimanded to a certain extent because they said that he didn't really try to slander. He was just being comedic about it. But I was real quick to jump the gun. Why? Because coming from my background, we go from 80 to 100. We don't go from 0 to 100, people. So, yes, I haven't gotten to the story yet. But anyways, let's cut to that, man. Mr. Renegade Media, he obviously touched an emotion in Mr. Dubs, okay? And I say this with the utmost respect, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, only Mr. Dubs knows why he was, how should I say, not affected by it, because Mr. Dubs is going to keep doing what he does, you know what I mean? But it reached a spot in his emotions that brought his emotions out here onto social media. And just like Mr. Dubs says, you know, this is low-key journalism. So anybody, you could do whatever you want, you know, but and when I noticed that it affected Dubs, because I've been watching Dubs from when he first started, Dubs and Gunner, you know what I mean? I just sit on the sidelines and I peep and observe game. I'm a very good student, man. I'm real quick to listen and slow to respond, you know what I mean? Except for that one incident when I reacted the way I did because that guy shot me a video and I came at him, you know, rather harsh, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna apologize, you know what I mean? Because he shouldn't have did what he did, you know what I mean? He did try to portray me as something that I'm not, you know what I mean? And I should have known better. But anyways, people, yeah, Dubs reacted, and then I seen a video right after that was by Mr. Gunner. And you know, everybody knows, if you guys watch them too, they're the, and I say this with the utmost respect, the dynamic duo. It's like Batman and Robin. Who's Batman and who's Robin? I have no idea. That's entirely up to you, who you want to label them as. But anyways, people, you guys know what I'm trying to get at here. Them two have became not only content creators, but friends. You know, they play chess. They're very strategic on their moves that they do. And I notice this stuff. And that's where I've picked up a lot of my game. Because I've observed a lot of other content creators. And I actually unsubscribed from them. Because the way that they were doing their thing was just limiting them. And me, I'm that type of person that likes to break limited beliefs. You know, and expand. So anyways, when I did notice this reaction that Dubs took, and then one that came right after was by Mr. Gunner, I said, I got to look into this. So, well, what I had to do, I had to go to Mr. Renegade Media's platform and do some research with his most current content. And I went to do some scrolling, and I tried to look for the short that Dubs talked about. Couldn't find it. I did, but I didn't get it validated to say that it was it. You know what I mean? I was just assuming, well, maybe this isn't it. But then I found a video that kind of related to what Mr. Dubs was talking about. Because Renegade Media, he's unfiltered. You know, he's playing a very dangerous game. The people that he had out there on his thumbnail or in his video, I actually have met. As far as the labels that he gives them, I will never admit to something that I was always believed to be in non-existence. So you were never going to get me a confession out of me even saying that individuals are how should I say, legends, because that's just another way of giving them men that title, and that's just the way I get down. Okay, so this is with the utmost respect to them gentlemen. I did time with one of them in the county, and I did one time, just a short time. Well, actually, I did a little bit more time with the other cat on in the joint. I think it was either Calipat or Lancaster. I forget which one it was. It was one of those two, but it was a long time ago, right? So the one individual that I did in time within the county, and what I'm referring to by that is the individual was in a different module than me. You know what I mean? So I was doing time at the same time. Where I would always see him like at during visiting time. You know what I mean? And as always, we show our respects to one another. That's the way we conduct ourselves as professionals. You know what I mean? Or if someone was running through court, we'd see him on the on the bus. But anyway, so yeah, these individuals, I could see why Mr. Dubs got the way he did, and the reason is because he's actually busted spreads with these individuals. You know, so when you go speaking on individuals that you've actually done time with, and you could validate the character of that person, and to hear coming from another person that comes from a totally different faction trying to slander these gentlemen's name, they're the people that are being slandered, they're not in no position to come out here and try to do something like that. It's ridiculous. So with an individual that has a voice such as Dubs, he has every right to do what he did. You know, at the end of the day, though, this is journalism, the YouTube yarda, and I've learned to accept that too. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff I'd rather not hear, so I don't listen to it. I see people put up content, and I could contest what they put up. Like an example, I'm going to give you an example, and this is something that I can validate. Why? Because I participated in one of the biggest riots in the history of Los Angeles County Jail, and that was back in '92. So Mr. Renegade Media, you're incorrect on that. Okay, I was there. I was part of that movement, going to war with the brothers. You know, I was there when they segregated us. I've even told a story where I accidentally walked into a cell and my enemy saved me. Enemy from the streets. An associate behind them walls. I don't even want to put the label that we've done in the past, because that label has changed as well this present day. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, people, yeah, so back to Mr. Dubs. Dubs had every right to react the way he did. He didn't come at anybody in any disrespectful way. He stood up to the plate for the homies that were being spoke on. You know, he was being that voice. Why he was able to do something like that is because, like I said, he's done time with them. He's sat in pods. He's been in yard with them. He's busted spreads. He's shared stories. He's went on missions with them, or how should I say? He's assisted individuals. Whether I could co-sign that or not, I would never co-sign that, and the reason is because I didn't do time with Dubs. Do I think he's bullshitting? No, absolutely not. I have resources too, but like I said, I live out here in the real world. I don't give a shit what is going down in people, the new politics and all that. That's another thing that I could touch on too, because I guess it's okay to kick it over there on that yard. You know what I mean? Back in my day, doing time from my time, you can't go on them 50 yards. You wouldn't be allowed to. If you have action, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if you have action at going home. That's just the way it was. That was part of the game. You knew what you signed up for. But times have changed. And if you guys ever want me to touch on that, I could get real thorough and give you my belief on that. Because, I mean, from my point of view out here as a free man, I don't acknowledge anybody, and I don't care to do fucking history research on them at all. What I don't know don't hurt. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so yeah, Mr. Dubs, he did, from what I see, it touched him, it hit a button, and it got a reaction. Whether that was done intentionally, I really doubt it.